Yes, let us now look at another instance of writing task 2. Here we have the writing task on the board. This is an example of how a writing task can have quite a long statement. So some tasks you will see are given in a very short form, maybe one short statement, and then you are asked to do something, write something. But in some cases, the statement can be quite long, and you have to read it carefully in order to see what exactly is the statement and what is your requirement and what you are required to write. So here, let us look at the different elements of understanding the statement. It says in some countries, a few people earn extremely high salaries. So this is a statement. It tells you about a fact that this is what exists, situation that exists. Then it says some people think that this is good for a country, while some believe that government should control salaries and limit the amount people earn. What do you see here? What is it that you have to understand? Crucially, you need to understand the difference between the two things, one belief and another belief. That is view 1 and view 2. So, two views are given here. People think that it is good, high salaries are good. Others believe that the government should control salaries, that nobody should have too high a salary. Now, what are you required to do? That's the third sentence we get here. So we have one sentence here. So, in a few countries, it is like this. Some people believe this, other people believe this. So this is the statement part. Now you have the direction part. What are you required to do? You are required to discuss both views and give your opinion. So clearly, you have to discuss the first view, that is, that high salaries given to some people are good for the country. Can you justify that view? You will have to see. You'll have to think about it. Why are high salaries good? Some people, for instance, the business leaders, CEOs of companies, you can give examples of some people who earn very high salaries. Now, the question is it harmful or is it good? Of course, it's good for the people who are getting those salaries. But it may not be so good for other people. In other words, you can say that there is a chance of inequality, that some people are getting very high salaries and others are getting very low salaries or they are not paid enough. So that brings in the question of control, whether the government or some agency should control the level of salaries, what are people paid? That is, should there be a limit on what people earn? If there are, say, let's say, some actors or businessmen who are earning, let's say, millions, even in a month, and other people who are barely managing to survive, then certainly that would create a lot of inequality. So you have to balance these two views. First view, you have to point out the good things about the high salaries. People having high salaries will be highly motivated. They will be leaders, they will be professionals, they will be people who will do a lot of work. So it may be that they deserve those salaries. So on one hand, that is the case. On the other hand, so you have to compare and contrast these two views. These are the two views. Why this is good for freedom, giving people freedom, that they can earn as much as they want, depending upon their work or their profession, and whether there should be a control on salaries. You see, in some cases, you can contrast certain professions. You can talk about equal salary. Say, should a teacher and a doctor and a bus driver have the same salaries? So you can take examples from different occupations and different professions to compare different occupations in society and see whether there is some basis for this argument that government should control salaries and limit the amount that people earn in the interests of equality or social justice, whatever may be the rationale. So you can see that this topic does need a lot of thinking. It needs balancing of viewpoints, and then, which is the last part of it, give your opinion. Now, if you don't do that, then you won't be completing your essay. You have to balance both the views, discuss both of them. To discuss something means to look at both aspects, to go into one thoroughly and then go into the other thoroughly also. Then come to giving your own opinion. So you need not give your opinion at the very outset. You must give the impression that you are trying to see all aspects of this issue, and then you will give your opinion. So it's judicious to give your opinion afterwards. Now, when you give your opinion, you can give your opinion to support view 1, or you can give your opinion to support view 2, or you can say that you don't have any opinion in the matter. Not in so many words, but you can say that perhaps this needs to be left to the government to decide, or this may be left to the economists to decide, since this is a very difficult question. So you can even evade giving your opinion. That's not wrong, as long as you use good language to do that. That is, you could say something of that sort, which will enable you to not to declare a position over there, but you can say, well, one has certain benefits, another has certain benefits, or you can give a stronger opinion and you say, let's keep the interest of a country or a society in the forefront, and then I think that, or I believe that such and such should be the case.